Thank you.
If we wanted to save the country, this was what had to be done.
Had they given you something like this or worked with you like this before?
No, it had never happened before. It's the first time someone comes, creates content, visits, and leaves such a valuable contribution like this.
Go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead. Take the pro.
I used to dump bodies at this place.
Yes, in all these areas. Yes, the name was literally Devil's Alley.
Devil's Alley?
See, if they allow it in any country, if they let them do that, that's what it will come to. It's not that we're trying to force
Fear.
on anyone, but that's the behavior.
Good evening, family. Welcome to Military Strategies. There was no need for the introduction. Good evening, family. Welcome to Military Strategies. Second time, January 3rd, 2026. Show spectacle. Sorry for arriving so late. I had to do the intro. I couldn't help it. It was necessary. Impressive. It's impressive. I honestly have no words. For what we've done in El Salvador, this has been a catastrophe. What you're about to see next, a real catastrophe. We've been with the Naval Force of El Salvador. We've been with the Armored Cavalry of El Salvador. We've been at the CECOT. We've been in the most dangerous neighborhoods of El Salvador, with the Minister of Defense patrolling the streets of El Salvador. This is absolute madness. It's absolute madness. February 3rd. Excuse me? I'm already going crazy. I don't even know what world I'm living in anymore. This is incredible, 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 incredible. What a story. You're going to be amazed. You're going to be amazed when I start editing everything, when I start to understand everything that's happened here. It's incredible. It's incredible. Thank you all for joining us live. Your likes, your comments, thank you for making this possible. It was a dream. It was a dream to come to El Salvador. It was a dream to meet amazing people. What we did with the Minister of Defense has been the best thing we've done so far. You're going to be amazed by what the Minister of Defense is going to say, and you're going to be amazed by a lot of things inside El Salvador. I promised that I would go to CECOT wearing Maduro's tracksuit, and I kept my promise. I went inside CECOT wearing Maduro's tracksuit. There it is. So everyone, please subscribe to the channel. It's worth it. It's worth it. Everything we're going to see and everything we're going to learn. I just couldn't say let's begin. I just couldn't say let's begin in front of something so big and so incredible. So, well, family, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much. Today, the topic is different. Obviously, we have to talk about, right? About what's happening in Iran. I can't even concentrate, but let's talk about it. Donald Trump is playing the art of war. He's talking about negotiations with Iran, an Iran that is currently almost completely surrounded by all the forces that the United States has. In fact, just minutes ago, I learned about a second plane. Very important. Crucial for deployment during the operation. It has departed and is en route. I'm going to show you a photograph so you can see this guy you're seeing here. And of course, the thing is that it's said there's going to be a negotiation, or that there's supposed to be a negotiation, but the reality is that there isn't. What's arriving there is the biggest military apparatus ever seen. A bombardier, an E-11A. I think that's what it's called. Yes, E-11A. One of the planes needed to launch a large-scale attack. We already have two. This would be the second one. This would be the second one. Of the planes arriving for this purpose, but also a plane that tracks nuclear radiation would also be arriving in the area at this moment. We already have two as well, which means things are getting a bit more complicated. But what does Donald Trump say? What does Donald Trump say about this topic? What does Donald Trump say about this matter? Here you have it.
Right now we're talking to them. We're talking to Iran.
Right now, we are talking with Iran. We are talking with them.
If we could work something out, that'd be great. And
if we can negotiate something, it will be great.
Probably bad things will happen.
And if not, bad things will happen. Bad things are going to happen. What does Iran say?
A point in relation to the presence of the enemy of the people.
The United States better think carefully about what they're going to do, because if they make a miscalculated mistake, they will be destroyed. Here's what that person is saying about this story. If they don't act wisely with Iran, they're going to regret it. That's what a high-ranking Iranian commander says, threatening the United States of America. The man, the elder, the head of the Jamula, what did he say? Well then, Jamenei? I don't know if he's going to die this year or not. I think I do have some information about this topic, says Jamenei, that the security forces, the Basij, and the Revolutionary Guard fulfilled their duty. But it was the people themselves who crushed the fire of sedition until it turned to ashes, massacring 30,000 innocents. According to Khamenei, massacring 30,000 innocent people. But he also says that the recent sedition was orchestrated by the Zionists from the United States. I was informed through a certain channel that the CIA and Mossad deployed all their resources on the ground, yet they were defeated. The sedition plan was developed abroad and managed from abroad. This, says Khamenei, it's been a while since this person last appeared. The ambassador, 3 fingers and 1 eye. The man wasn't born with such a deformity. God forbid, poor thing. The man is like that after receiving a message from Mossad Director David Barnea. Muqtada Amani was one of those who had the beepers. Do you remember those that went beep, beep, and then boom? Well, it seems that Amani, who still has 5 fingers on his left hand, says the following. We are prepared to respond to any question. Possible attack, and the parties from the United States and Israel are aware of the intensity of our preparation. We don't know if he's preparing with 3 fingers or with a hook, but the ambassador of Iran in Lebanon says they're prepared. I think Mossad is too. Let's see if this time they do an amazing strike, huh? Mr. 3 Fingers, poor creature. What does Zamir say? We have Zamir, the strong man of the Israel Defense Forces. Pay attention to what Zamir has said because it could change history. The Israel Defense Forces is preparing for several possibilities, and we must be alert and ready for decisive military action in multiple theaters. What Zamir is saying, Israel will face Houthis, Lebanese, Iraqis, and Iranians all at once. Nothing more, nothing less.
Guerra.
War on different fronts, different vectors, different weapons and threats, and also, in addition, paying very close attention. Paying very close attention to what happens inside the country, inside Israel. But there are 2 important elements in this story.
Yeah.
There are 2 that split the cake in Israel. Lapid the left, Netanyahu the right. Lapid. He has been invited to the security cabinet to Israel's security meeting. Why? Because only when important things happen is the leader of the opposition invited. This happened before the 12 Days War. And over here we have Shenkani Ali Shenkani.
Kani.
Who is he? Like the catalog. The Iranian catalog is extensive. Advisor to Khomeini. He said Iran is ready to escalate if diplomacy fails. He said that Tehran would move from indirect talks to direct talks with the United States only if the current negotiations are successful, emphasizing that any dialogue will be strictly limited to the nuclear issue. That is, Iran will not negotiate about its missiles, and Israel will not accept it. When asked about Khomeini's warning that any future war would have regional consequences, Shenkani said that a wider conflict would be triggered by enemy military deployments, and it would reach even the most distant places from where threats against Iran originate. When asked if Israel would be a target if the United States attacks Iran, Shenkani said that Washington and Israel are similar and equal. In such a scenario, if the United States attacks, Israel will be involved and we will respond accordingly. Shankani also added that the United States and Israel rely heavily on air power. Iran's response plans are different and include the necessary capabilities to counter such attacks. Days. Shankani said, now it confirms what we already thought. They're going to fire missiles again at hospitals, buildings, and houses. That's how Iran counters its military inferiority. It could be, but there's more. Is there more? Witkoff and Kushner? Either they're playing good cop, bad cop, but it seems they're pressuring Donald Trump not to launch the attack. At least that's what they're telling us publicly. But be careful, very careful. Because in June 2025, 4 days before the United States was supposed to meet with Iran on a Sunday to negotiate about the nuclear program. Nuclear. Israel controlled the skies over Iran and destroyed a large part of it. We've already been through this before, the negotiations, which then aren't really negotiations, and what's really happening is just buying time. For what? Why? With what purpose? Well, it's clear we want to buy time so that the planes can reach the area of operations. Here we see it. The convoys are arriving, and here cargo planes with anti-aircraft missiles, tanker planes as well, and also the Coast and Phoenix from spy plane. Crews training in the United Kingdom to operate the rivet joint. Take a look at this detail. In the Black Sea, something that is common because of the war in Ukraine, it's strong. 10 of them circling and spinning. Are they over there because they're monitoring what the Russians are doing? Are they there because there's another way into Iran? What's going to enter the Tabriz area? We don't know. I think it's because of the Ukraine issue. But who knows? Look at what's happening here. The C-17S keep arriving with missiles and more ammunition to protect Israel. Tremendous. More planes taking off. They've unloaded and now they're loading up again. Here it is. The most important one. The communications node, the Bombardier E-11A. Right now, friends who are in Barcelona, look up. Because at 13,000 meters high, there's a plane now flying over the city of Barcelona. It's a plane that the Catalans, the people of Barcelona, the Spaniards, can see right now above their heads. Or maybe, I'm not sure if it's cloudy. It's the key plane to launch a combat operation over Iran. Look above El Prat Airport. Right now, that's where we are, family.
Yeah.
I came directly from the United States, from Warner Robins. Officially, where is he going? To Crete? Is this plane heading to Crete? Or will it keep going to Cyprus, or maybe turn off the transponder? And we won't know where the E-11A plane ends up. A plane with characteristics. Incredible. I'll tell you a bit. Airborne communications node for the battlefield. It connects radio and data systems between air and ground forces. The nickname is Wi-Fi in the sky. Why is the United States deploying that plane? If they have the airborne warning and control system, if it's only going to be an operation by air? If there's not going to be an invasion? Why is the United States taking this all the way there? What does the United States of America want to coordinate on the ground? Which units was it left to? It's time to talk about how the SOAR team, the Nike Stalkers, were already in the region, waiting for the moment to assault. And the assault on whom, on what? What does the United States want now? It could be him. It could be that the United States of America wants to take Khomeini away in the middle of the night. How would this affect the regime? Would they activate their missile networks, launch attacks? Would Khamenei end up joining Nicolas Maduro? By the way, speaking of Nico, Russia has requested his immediate release, since he is the legitimate president of Venezuela. That's what they've said. Nicolas Maduro? That's right. They're going to release him. Friends from Venezuela, what do you all think in the chat? Are they going to release Nicolas Maduro? I don't think so. I feel like they won't release him. We're live right now, everyone. We're missing a lot of likes. Please help the stream by sharing it on your social media. Thank you so much for being live with us. Of course, the thing here is that a lot of people are talking, a lot of people are saying things, a lot of people really don't know what's going to happen. Take a look at this. Three, Ali Shankari survived the attack by the State of Israel on Iran. He survived with serious injuries in the 12-day war. Let's put Shankari back on so you can see who we're talking about, because this is really good. The regime's gossip is really good. Does he preach, or is he an advisor to the Ayatollah? A guy who wants women covered up, dressed in black, who can barely even see to walk. And he has recently appeared using a cane. Does he have trouble walking? Israel's wounds on him weren't good. But in 2025, a video of his daughter's wedding was leaked, very much in the Western style. No veil, no burqa, none of that. And of course, people didn't take this very well. They didn't like it at all. Well, then Kandani could be the next target. How is Israel seeing this? What situation is Israel dealing with right now? Israeli security sources told Walla News that Israel and the United States are operating at an unprecedented level of military coordination. In the face of what could be a possible large-scale attack against Iran, while diplomatic contacts continue, at the same time, the United States is preparing with all its strength for a widespread attack on Iran's military infrastructure. Israeli officials claim that Washington considers Israel an integral partner on multiple levels, which requires joint planning for both attack and defense. And that's where Zamir is, who is right now in the United States of America presenting a joint attack plan. Today, it's possible that Whitcourt will arrive or show up in Israel. Possibly right now in Israel. It's 6:32 in the morning. Good morning. Shalom to everyone. But of course, the story is as follows. What if Iran agrees to negotiate? Is the United States going to forget about the 30,000 dead? Is the United States going to betray the Iranian people? He told her help was coming. As an Iranian journalist said, these are the ones whose studios get bombed and who then flee. You remember, right? That one is the one from... He started cursing the Jews, and in the middle of the curse, it seemed like when they opened Tutankhamun's tomb, and then everyone ended up dying. Well, an Iranian journalist will put the video of the aforementioned here so she doesn't feel left out. There it is. There you have Parisa Hashemi or Hashemi. Oh, Parisa, 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 Parisa. Murka, oh. He confronted regime officials live on television about the protest killings, saying officials in other countries would have killed themselves out of shame for such massacres. Before, they once criticized the United States, but now they condemn their own.
I hope that with the internet and production, of course.
The person saying this, Parisa Hashemi, is the journalist confronting the one who is there and who is from the government. Sorry, I didn't explain myself well. The one you see at the podium is the spokesperson. The government.
Thank you to all the citizens.
He says he wants to offer his condolences
to
all our people, those who have lost their loved ones. Unfortunately, many of them are not well. Before I ask my question, I want to draw your attention to something.
Thank you to everyone who has lost loved ones.
The value of our currency is inconsistent and it's falling. Our currency is worth nothing. The value of the dollar is rising.
We have always dealt with the increase in the price of the dollar, which was mentioned by the government.
His explanation for those economic ratios,
the dollar rises,
is that they have been set by the enemy through specific Telegram channels. The Telegram channels.
Telegram messages have decreased. We don't have water,
We don't have electricity, and we can't breathe clean air.
no air to breathe, with the effects of the pandemic.
During the repeated blackouts, education has suffered.
آموزش داریم، نه خدمات.
As have administrative systems and social services too.
Admin systems, social services.
And also, there's no hope, no, that there will ever be internet again or any kind of industry.
اینترنتی و تو.
The industry doesn't know where to go. The burqa industry is back. Our newspapers have been suspended. Our fuel is being trafficked.
The filter and the disasters of freedom.
There is no freedom. There is no freedom of information.
There is freedom of information. The mafia controls
The mafia controls vehicles, medicines, and more.
The mafia controls cars and medicine.
And this is causing prices to keep growing, going up.
Tab is that Joy Kishwa?
Discrimination is rampant in every corner of the country.
Thank you. وجود داره. عوضه رو دیوار کشور بالا میره.
And poverty hits everywhere. I'm saying that this situation can escalate at any moment.
La próxima hora.
I'm talking. Maybe in an hour it will get worse, and I don't know how much worse it's going to get.
And that every, Azul worker will have to add 2 million more. Yeah, I think that's the currency there.
هر کارگری باید 2 میلیون تومان.
In this month's salary. To be able to buy a single gram of gold.
To be able to buy a gram of it. Now we say the enemy has arrived with their protests.
Now they claim the government ended our protests.
The people of our country have ruined it. Now it's a place of blood.
You massacred us. We have suffered a bloodbath.
قتل عام کرده. حتما کسی که به سوی جوانان.
They have clearly shot our young people and children. This journalist is really brave, right?
زنان و مردان ما شلیک کرد.
And our men and our women are de facto enemies of our country.
This way, and they say, please.
Ask your question.
اذیت اسفناک.
In response to all these atrocities, the situation of this situation, the official government
Of government official
continues to promise that he will get to the bottom of everything.
In the 14-year government, they are also in the sweetness of friendship. دارن کار رو پیش میبرن.
While they maintain a tone of empathy, but they haven't offered anything, not even an apology or an expression of sympathy.
So far, only the friendship has been lost. None of those responsible.
No officials have resigned.
They didn't resign in any other country after all. I was one of them.
Anywhere else, the officials would have been killed or would have committed suicide. Out of shame. He has massacred a lot of people. I'm serious. It's too much for the Iranian people. It's too much. Someone has to pay for this. Someone has to pay for this story. Have a great day. Because what's happening in Iran is just too much. They're threatening everyone. They're threatening Israel, Europe, the United States. It's not just about Iran or Iranians anymore, or whether they should be free or what we want. It's just overwhelming. Please, community, watch this video. Look at this video.
DIS, let's go.
Watch it yourselves. I won't show the comment. It's better that way. Because of censorship. I want to say that all this content is informative, documentary, news content. It does not incite any kind of violence, nor do we want any kind of violence. But please, take a look at it. They enter a building entrance where there is a girl. Where the feminist associations are, where girl... Listen. Where are the feminists? Where are the human rights associations? Those who are so concerned that serial killers are locked up in the middle of nowhere in El Salvador, where are they? Them. Pointing a gun at people on the street. Where are the associations? Where are they? Them. Okay, that's one less. We humans are just numbers. A woman screaming. Asking for help. The United Nations, where are they? They're somewhere, yes, they're in New York earning real fortunes, but what are they doing? One day we're going to start looking into it. How much do the ambassadors of the United Nations countries make? Living in luxury apartments, expenses paid, clothing, food, parties. Rooms for 2 occupants? You know where I'm going with this. Man, whether you like it or not, something doesn't add up. It's like Boo Kills said, always eat. They constantly mention this human rights issue. Always defending the bad side. The gang members, the people from Hamas, the people from Iran, always. But when it's about maybe defending the Christians in Africa, the Jews in Israel, the civilians in El Salvador, the civilians in Venezuela, the civilians in Iran, in Sudan, their human rights don't exist. Maybe that kind of human isn't considered human. I don't know. Here's the Secretary of War. He's going to take a ride in a tank. Another one on my list to meet the Secretary of War. We've already met with the Minister of Defense of El Salvador. Now it's time for another honorable man. What has the Secretary of War said about the issue of attacking Iran? Little or nothing, or a lot, and everything, because he has said things. Things that are interesting to hear. Whistle. Hext warned Iran's leaders on Monday that the Pentagon is more than prepared to act if Tehran refuses to negotiate with the United States over its nuclear program. The president has been clear from the beginning, just as he was before the Midnight Hammer. Iran will not have the capability for nuclear weapons, Hext declared to the press after his speech at the Blue Origin facilities in Florida. Can they negotiate on that aspect? That's what the War Department is for. He said that military action was not the preferred way, but he emphasized preparedness. He doesn't want to go down that path. I don't want to go down that path, but our job is to be prepared, and of course we are. We are more than prepared. President Trump is committed to peace, committed to an agreement. If Iran is serious about reaching an agreement, he added, we'll see. It depends on Iran. I have the feeling that Iran is going to say no to the missile program, that it's going to say no to the nuclear program. It will do what it always does and bring a rain of fire on itself. And that this time it's not going to be just Israel. Tonight it's not going to be just a hammer. The entire hardware store will close. Pickaxes, shovels, wrenches, pliers, pincers, screwdrivers, everything. Everything is going to fall. On Iran, that's right. Comments in the chat. Let's go with your super chat now, family. Thank you so much for your support. Please share. This live stream is important so it can reach more people and places. Let's keep the comments coming. What does the military strategies community think about all this? Feel free to share your thoughts on El Salvador. I'm excited about El Salvador and can't wait for the Iran topic to end so we can focus on it. Greetings from Mexico. Congratulations on your dedication. Thank you, Raquel. I have to confess, Raquel, that I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. Very exhausted. I've been up since 5 a.m. 5? It's 10:48 in El Salvador. Recording content totally drained. But here we are, with the community and the people we need. Wisners, thank you so much. Welcome, Araceli, thank you. I love your shows, your strategies. I'm really glad, and that's why we do it. So you'll love them. Grace says, we admire you in Puerto Rico. Thank you so much. I don't think anyone knows me in Puerto Rico. Joel Pina, thank you so much for that donation. Thanks to you, we can finance all these trips, content, cameras, everything in 4K. What a great guy. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Maria Isabel Castro, greetings. I doubt they'll take that old man. He couldn't survive it or handle a chase now. He can be taken in pieces or not at all, then we can put him back together. Andrea, thank you so much for those 50 memberships.
Gracias.
That's wonderful, Andrea. Thank you for the membership. Human rights seem like agitators to distract attention or attack important figures like Bukele. The other day, remember the fuss with Bukele? Let's see, let's put this on. I see you want to talk about the topic. I can tell you're eager. Salvador, I'm eager too. The other day, let's see where the video of Bukele is. I'm looking for it. It's around here. There it is. There it is. The other day when Bukele explained some things to this young woman from a media outlet in Chile. I was 1 meter to the right of that person. If you were impressed to see this on video, seeing the reaction in person was a show. I started crying, but honestly, I started crying when I heard what Bukele was saying. The hit he gave was textbook, but be careful because there is. It hasn't released yet, but it's coming soon. I already have it and recorded it. There's another question before this one, which is even worse. Even worse. There's another one that's even worse. I'll stop the music.
That they have them, but why always? Is the focus on human rights? Of those who massacre, of those who kill children, of those who rape women, of those who behead, because they are the ones who have human rights. They are the only priority of the...
That's exactly what I'm saying about the issue with Iran. Well, before this, I know it's been all over social media. A girl, after visiting Sekot the other day, well, she started crying while she was live streaming with Chile, saying the conditions at CECOT are very, very, very harsh, and that the issue of human rights and all that, they were having a really hard time. I'm going to say something. I'm going to say something and play the intro again because I love it. I can say that when I've gone out, I haven't exactly felt like crying. When I've walked out this door, which is the entrance to CECOT, I haven't felt like crying. Honestly, I haven't. I also want to say that you're going to see an interview with one of these demons, since they are demons. It's just that simple. In which military strategies has pressed him. I have pressed him with my questions. I made him uncomfortable. I think it was necessary to make the person we interviewed uncomfortable in that situation. Responsible for the death of many people. And I also want to say something. They're doing way too well for everything they've done. I mean it. You'll see, I don't want to get ahead of things, but they're doing way too well for everything they've done. The harm they've caused to neighborhoods and entire countries is due to people fleeing from El Salvador. Now there are gang members in Guatemala, in Honduras, in Costa Rica, in the United States, in Mexico. They're everywhere, everywhere. They're way too comfortable in Sekot compared to what they deserve. Honestly, I'm saying this very, very seriously. These people are people you can't be around, and nobody wants to live with them. They have done too much harm to an entire country. It's amazing. I mean it, really amazing that people stop their cars in the middle of the street to get out of their cars. And thank the Minister of Defense. I've never seen anything like this in my life.
En la vida.
Recorded, we have it recorded. And it's not like it was staged, because we even went out there to patrol with Minister of Defense. I don't know where they took me. We went here, we went there. People on the buses were thanking Nayib Bukele for what he was doing for the country. Please. But nevertheless, they come from other countries. They come from Chile. They come from Spain, from other places, or they settle in Spain to discuss what happens in the CECOT without actually knowing what's in the CECOT. Who are they and what do they do? They are demons. I mean it. They are demons. As Bukele says, they have human rights whether we like it or not. From what I've seen, just preliminarily, they're doing way too well for everything they've done. Way too well. Now, that we need to open more CECOTs in many countries, yes, definitely, yes. It's needed in many places. I think Costa Rica is going to build one. But they're also needed in Europe. They're needed in Israel, too. People who go around cutting off heads, hands, burning babies. There's no difference. Some have tattoos, Others have those strange flags. There's no difference. I'm being very serious, and this needs to be very clear. That there's a place in a neighborhood called the Devil's Alley. Because they used to throw corpses there and leave them for days to scare people, well, these things are things of the devil, demons. And it's obvious. Then I'll tell you something else. There are more prisons in El Salvador where... Aren't they like in the SECOT? I mean, there's a program of social reintegration and the Zero Leisure Plan. This is incredible. Driving at night in El Salvador, another interesting part of this trip. The government, the day we arrived with the team, they told us, if you're not too tired today, take your cameras and go film whatever you want. No problem. You can go wherever you want, film whatever you want. There's no censorship here. You can write whatever you want, watch whatever you want. And that's what we did. We went out at night downtown to film. We saw poor people on the streets too. We saw everything. There's everything here. But what we did see is that people smile.
Está feliz.
The neighbors told us that after sunset, they had to lock themselves in their houses. They had to stay locked inside or risk being killed by these guys. It's terrible. When I was talking to the neighbors, I asked them, do you think the issue of human rights at the CECOD and all that about human rights, did those people cause my family's death? What human rights have the victims had? None. But the best part of all is that he doesn't regret it. He doesn't regret it. They say that it has all been God's work, that God has decreed this gang war, and that everything has been the work of the Lord God. They're in the CECOD now because God decreed it. It's crazy, crazy. Completely crazy, the story. And it's obvious, more than obvious. These people can't go back out on the street. They can't go back out on the street. They shouldn't, besides going back out on the street. For the Minister of Defense to say that shows how bad things were. The police were powerless, so we had to act ourselves. The Unterschiede. And I'll tell you something. During that patrol with the Minister of Defense, I asked him questions, and I asked him questions. In addition to what he thinks is going to happen in some countries, I explained to him, and he knows well the situation in Spain too, and he gave me his opinion. You have to listen to him because he's a man who knows very well what he's talking about. When a Minister of Defense who has been in Iraq tells you, when you ask him if the situation in El Salvador was like Fallujah, and he says it's worse, that's already something to worry about. That's already something to worry about. I honestly don't know what moved this girl, or how much it hurt her to see these sinister, dark beings of light locked up for life. But what it's given me is peace, a lot of peace. So I want to thank all the people of El Salvador, a people who are moving in a direction that is an example. Also, I think for the rest of the planet, and here we are to say they do incredible things with the few resources they have. Really incredible things, I insist, with very few resources. Videos, very limited budget, but with a lot of enthusiasm. That's something they definitely don't lack. That's right, that's what's happening right now in the world, and what all this drug trafficking, gangs, organized crime, and dictatorships are leading us to. United States, it's awful. Let's check out El Salvador. Hug, brother. Long live freedom. Then let's visit the beach to see more of this beautiful country. The truth is, it won't be possible because our schedule is super busy. But surely on another occasion we'll meet and see each other. Pinales Tomas, greetings, strategy. We hope to see you for a long time. Thank you very much, Tomas. Thank you very much, my friend. Greetings from El Salvador, and thank you for your visit. Walter,
Good.
thank you very much. You are going to grow a lot, and you are going to move forward. Now, what we have to do is look ahead.
Hay que
Prepare for the future, which is promising for all of El Salvador and is going to be incredible. The strategy is excellent, as is the program. If an agreement is made, how will the United States ensure Iran's compliance? The issue isn't reaching an agreement. Jimmy. There won't be an agreement on the issue of Iran. There won't be anything like that there. There can't be an agreement. Perlita. Thank you very much, Selvas. Thank you also for that donation. And let's read more comments here in the chat. You can write whatever you want. Whatever you want. Do all countries need a Bukil? I think so. I think so. I think Bukili is proving something. We thought it couldn't exist. I think so. That's right. These people have to disappear and the new generation has to flourish. That's right. That's why there are some really good projects in those neighborhoods that used to be marginalized, where no one could go in, no one could get out. The cubes. A lot of cubes are being built, which are social centers, so people can understand. And in those places, active work is being done so that people can have a better future. We have been there. Okay. We have humbly done our part with what we can. And, well, we've made a lot of friends. They're even going to make a song for us. And even, I think that on one of the neighborhood walls, where the gang members used to write who had to leave their house or threaten the neighbors. Maybe they're going to paint our logo. I don't know. I've been told something is going to be done with military strategies. That's good. There are things that catch your attention.
Oh, no.
We've been there, and we're going to be there in El Salvador and in a lot of places. Now we have to start traveling to a lot of places to learn more stories.
I see some comments from some
people that are amazing. Right now, El Salvador is in a state of emergency. I'm not sure about the comment I read claiming innocent people were detained. I don't think this person is from El Salvador or has been here. Here, the only problem right now in El Salvador is the traffic, which is horrible. The traffic is horrible. It's the only problem in El Salvador now. Nowadays, people can go to work in their cars, take the bus to work, go out, spend the whole night eating pupusas and enjoying life. I don't know what people are reading, but honestly, it's amazing. Let's check out the latest news. What could have happened? What could have occurred in the world? Because, well,
amazed by this. Amazed, please. I just want to die already. I want to die already.
one of these days we'll have a heart attack over military strategies. Breaking news now. Hold my drink, Salvador, because something big is coming. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Friends from San Francisco, look at this. Friends, look at this.
An aerial measurement system, also known as a nuclear weapons detector.
Oh my God.
Operated by the National Nuclear Security Administration, and used to detect, map, and monitor radiological or nuclear materials from the air. It flew over San Francisco and San Jose for hours this morning. The ELI, the AW-139, flew near the Golden Gate Bridge, the stadium, and my granddaughter's San Jose International Airport. See ya. Places that are expected to have high passenger traffic before this weekend's Super Bowl 60, I know. Oh my goodness. There it is. This looks like a movie, a nuclear alert movie. They send an ELI to track the area where the bomb was. Oh my goodness. It's just incredible. It's just incredible. Me, what do you all think about this? Things in Iran, things in Russia, things in Ukraine, in the Middle East, in Israel, in Latin America. What's happening in the world? Sometimes I just sit and think and I say, my God, how can all of this be happening? It's absolute madness. It's complete madness. A helicopter is searching for radioactivity in San Francisco. Let's go. All right, let's check this aerial alert. Let's see what we've got over there. Let's see what's happening right now. Look, this is interesting. It's interesting. The plane from the ground communications node, the in-flight Wi-Fi, is around here. Let's remove the filter. Oof. Ooh, too many planes in the world, huh? Nothing, everything's calm. Everything's too calm, don't you think? See, the corridor is open. It's about to reach Tehran, passing through there. Military aircraft filter. Oh my God. Well, these are training aircraft. They're doing training exercises. It's normal, right? This one, for example, is used for refueling, right? Man, this one isn't doing much training. Is that drone out there at 4,000 meters, troops? Kuwait appears to be making moves too. Let's see, Europe, man. Europe is waking up. Now there must be military planes. It's normal. That's logical. He's going to cross now. He's going to cross the pond to the other side. To be honest, maybe there are still a few days left before the attack can be launched with full safety and full firepower. It's likely, very, very likely, I insist on this, that it won't be the big boom until a few days from now. It's very likely. Let's read more super chats since everyone's active. Thank you, Lula, for the super chat, and thanks to Jose por el llano. I'd like to go record in Colombia, but obviously you know that if I go to Colombia, what's going to happen? I think it's obvious what's going to happen if Estrategius goes to Colombia, but I'd really like to go, okay? Honestly, I'm looking forward to it. I hope the political leadership changes. We could go, meet the Colombian Special Forces teams, go out with the Minister of Defense and see firsthand what they're doing. I'm sure it's a fantastic job, but it's not possible right now with Petro. Unfortunately, we're going to miss the chance to see things firsthand. I don't know. Strategies. Bukele has done a good job on security, but he's from an Islamic family and his brother is an imam. I don't know what to think. Well, what I want is for you to tell me. To me, even if they believe in aliens, as far as I'm concerned, Bukele, even if they believe in aliens, and his family comes from Mars, and his father comes from Uranus, and his mother from Venus. News. Let's see what people do, and let's stop thinking about whether they're related to someone, or if they're imams, or if they believe in this or that. There's something the Bible says, Israel, by their actions, you will know them in the moment. This man, whatever he believes or whatever he has in his mind, it's working. He's moving a country forward. And are you coming to Mexico? No, not for now, not for the moment, because now we have to go back. We have to put together a lot of content about everything related to El Salvador. We have to see what's going to happen with Israel and Iran. So it's likely that we'll go back to Israel very soon because we have to make a lot of content there. We have a lot of projects in Israel also, but not. There are many things I would like to do. There are many things we would like to do. Yes, Bukele is Christian. Apparently, I think he's Christian. Do you see Cuba? No. I'm not going to go to Cuba because then Canel will put me in prison. They'll torture me and we'll lose the live stream. See? It'll be a bit hard for them with the army they have, But since these people attack in packs, we'll run out of strategies. He's a good president, Bukele. He's a very good president. Thank you. Are you planning to visit Venezuela? Yes, definitely. Venezuela is one of the main goals for 2026. I hope we can make it happen. I think we could really make Venezuela happen.
Pero hay que esperar.
Look, I like this comment. He was born in El Salvador and said, "The most beautiful thing a human being has is in their heart." Bukele also said, "I have given up my freedom for my people." No matter your comment. That's right. Many people don't want Bukele alive, huh? But that's how it is. Are you going to go to Ecuador? Possibly, yes. But maybe to Argentina first? Next target of military strategies, Argentina and Chile. Let's see what happens. To Nicaragua, we're not going to go with Ortega because he has a lady who's a bit of a witch. And I don't feel like getting cursed. So, we'll see that little by little. That's great. I like to see your comments. Where do you want the strategies to go? Well, Estrategias will go soon to Argentina, to Chile. And to the North Pole, we're also going to Greenland. We're heading to Greenland. Speaking of locations, I want to show you something, okay? Are you ready? Guatemala. Wow, amazing, huh? Fuego volcano erupted in Guatemala. I'm passionate about volcanoes, you know? Impressive topic. Yeah, there are some places on Earth that I'd like to visit. Some are really remote, you know, they're super remote out there. Hey.
In Guatemala, what do you know about the volcano? Do you know anything? Do you know anything about the volcano?
Is anything known? Yes, they still owe us the videos with Ariel, don't forget. It's true, look, in fact, let's do one thing. Let's do something so you see I'm good, okay? Do I have it? If you keep waiting at this pace, you'll be waiting a year before we release this content. It's really not our fault. I'm being serious. It's not the fault of military strategies to make content for us in Israel. No. I try it sometimes. But sometimes, well, you know, things happen, things go on. And it's complicated, right? Very, very, very complicated. I want to show you something. Let's see if we have it here. I don't have it on this card. Or yes, I do. Let's see if we have it or not. I'm looking for some videos I can show you. They're really great. Let's see this one. Oh, well, this one, yes. Let's show a video. These kids you see here, who also sing great, have put it together well. Then he came from El Salvador with a program of Let's see if we can listen to it over there. I don't know if it sounds good, huh? And the kids, instead of being out there with the gangs and a bunch of other stuff, well, they're entertained there with their music, creating their content, and making a living. That's why we bought him the speakers, the sound card, the keyboard, the stands, and all that stuff. You know, to help the kids so they can be in a better world. It doesn't take much to make people happy, and I think it's worth it. It's really worth it. Also, about the issue with Israel, the issue with Ariel. Soon. Very soon, also, Mord. I'm going to show you a bit. Let's see, wait. Look at this. This is a clip. Ariel's going to kill me, huh? Ariel, he's going to kill me for doing this. Without editing it. This is SDRD.
That's artillery, isn't it?
That was the Air Force.
What?
That was the Air Force? Yes.
Yes. Amazing, huh?
That's the aviation you hear now.
What could be there, huh? But listen, do you know what Vetlahilo means to me? Do you know what overwhelms and bothers me a little? Look where he bombed. I see that very close to the border, huh?
He says, Ariel says, I see it very close to the border. Let's get out of here, hey? Ha. That's great, Ariel. That's awesome, my brother. We've really experienced something. Oh my God, there's a video. Is there a making of for this? We already have videos here. Recording things there in the middle of nowhere or for nothing, I don't know. This one is really good. Wait, you'll all laugh at this. It's one of the best.
What?
This will be great, right? This will be great. When Ariel wakes up and sees it, she'll say, I'm going to kill you. Pay attention, okay? One moment. One moment, Kanietsky. One moment, Kanietsky, Judy, history, and military strategies. That's all. Kanietsky. Pay attention to this, okay? You're going to die laughing at this, okay? Breaking news, Kanietsky. Strategies heading to Gaza. This one is great. This one is super good. Come on, give your likes, your comments. Tonight we're crazy.
Look, look, look.
Look what craziness when Kanievsky and strategies get together. Look what craziness. Laugh, huh?
I think the time is now.
I don't think everyone on the channel was waiting for it.
Well, actually, so people understand, just a few hundred meters away, less than a kilometer, you can see the border between Israel and the Gaza Strip. Where is the road?
That aerial doesn't work for me in kilometers.
Let's go.
I think we have to go 2 years later. In fact,
there's nothing stopping us from accessing it. I think we're going to...
Come on, yes, let's go. Come on, let's go to the Gaza Strip. Let's go, family. We're going to take a chance. We're going to go all the way there. No fear, none at all. Ariel and his Strategia start walking towards the interior of Gaza. Oh my God, well. Key moment, huh? Key moment? We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. The next part with Kanievsky Live is that there are some really good videos. There are videos that are truly great. I mean it. There are videos. Look, there's one. This one is really good. This one's really good. 1 second, I'm going to check the audio. Because, of course, we could get into a really big mess. This one is really good. You're going to be amazed by this one. All right, family, I promised you I was going to go see things you've never seen before, right? Strategies hidden in a tunnel that very few people know about. Even the Mossad guys are blown away. We're inside a tunnel, but it's not a Gaza tunnel. Are you going to understand what happened here? And Kanievsky was over there waiting for me. We were walking. Now there's water here. Kanievsky waiting for me saying, but what's this crazy guy doing? It's a drainage tunnel that connects one side of a train track. In Nadabad. Kanievsky says, but what are you doing? What are you doing? We have Kanievsky here. I don't know where he's from. Strategias brings me to places where no one else goes, where I've never been before. What is this? Strategias? This is a drain. Why are you bringing me to a drain? It's incredible. It's just that. What a strategy. Taking me to a place in his own country that he doesn't even know, he says. Oh my goodness. Well, you'll already know what happened in the drain. Remember that part. The drain story is really good. The drain one is amazing. But this one, there's one that's even more over the top. There's one that's the absolute peak. Wait, because there's one where the soldiers intercept us. We messed up too much. It was too much trouble what we got into, and the soldiers showed up. And things got tense there. Things got super tense. Things got tense because we were there. I'm going to put up the frame. I started driving. We started driving. I told Ariel, I'm taking you somewhere else, but keep it secret. I know a way to Gaza that avoids military checkpoints. Ariel says, I don't believe you. I reply, look, we're here and we show up. And Ariel says, I can't believe it. And I say, no, that's Gaza. No, I can't believe it. In 10 minutes, the soldiers showed up there. It turned into a mess, but nothing happened. Everything was calm. Everything was fine. We explained to them who we were. Everything in peace, and love. We all hugged each other. And they subscribed to the channel. The things I do are incredible. We have a ton of content prepared. The problem is that we don't have time. Ariel and I. No, we don't have time. Well, this frame of Ariel, we'll see at the end. I don't have. It's crazy. It's the ghost. Thank you for watching. He's a genius. My brother is a genius. I'm excited to go over there, keep recording, and keep moving forward with everything. Family, thank you so much for being with us tonight. I love the entrance to Seika. What can I say? Entering Seiko wearing Maduro's tracksuit is just priceless. It's just priceless. People at Sekut were amazed when I showed up in Maduro's tracksuit. They say, oh my God, this is crazy. Incredible, huh? Incredible. This is something else. Well, I'm going to leave you with the intro again. I'm heading out. Enjoy it. It's yours. Okay? Did you earn it? Community. A promise is a promise. Military strategies at the CECOT.
If we wanted to save the country, this was what had to be done.
Had they ever done something like this with you before, or worked with you this way?
No, this has never happened before. It's the first time someone has visited, created content, and left such a valuable contribution.
Keep it going. This is the way to keep it going.
Cut it like a pro.
Bodies were once dumped here.
Yes, in all those areas, yes. Overall, it was called Devil's Alley.
Devil's Alley.
If they allow it in any country, if they let them do that, that's what it will come to. It's not that we're trying to impose
fear on anyone,
but that's how it works.